Okay, so I'm going to start the recording, guys. So I want to start by saying thank you all for being here on time and just jumping in. I really appreciate that. We have been tasked with creating checklists for each individual team within our team, which I think is so needed and it's going to help us tremendously. So I said, what better way to create a checklist than while we're actually doing it so that we don't miss anything?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to learn a couple of new strategies today because you guys have been doing exceptionally well with underwriting, but we're going to start with a simple one, of course, like we usually do so that we can get our feet wet. Anybody have any addresses that they want to share that need to be underwritten?
I do.
Okay, drop it in the chat. Mom, quiet.
So you're not calling her Stacy today?
No, I try to do that when I'm talking like this is my business partner, Stacy. And I don't want to say mom. All right, I'm going to take and share my screen now. And we're going to start with Miss Robbins' property. Everybody have their appraisal checklist? Hold on, let me get mine off.
Yes. And let's see.
About that. All right. Okay, so the tool that we've been using that works really well that we've shared access with is PropWire. And that's just one of the tools. Remember, we start there, but we have to do due diligence and research to make sure that that is the most accurate data. Okay. Okay. So what is the very first thing that we need to underwrite any property? This is an easy one, y'all.
Oh,
Huh?
the
The
address.
price?
The address.
Address.
Yeah. So that's step one. What's the property's address?
858 Elder Road, Newport News, Virginia, 23608.
Yes, ma'am. That's the property we're starting with today. And right here, this is the data we have. 3 beds, 2 baths, 1210 square feet. Okay, estimated equity, $202,488. 1968 year build. So what do we always do? We take that vital information. Sorry, y'all. And we want to make sure we have that. So does everybody have their pens and paper out and, making sure that we following along with the process of the underwriting? I don't know why it's not letting me share my. There we go. Okay. So let's also, what else do we do? What do we do next?
This is my first session, so I may not have a lot of the answers, but I will next time.
No worries, Miss Michelle. Just join in, chime in whenever you feel necessary. We usually have a lot of fun on here.
Okay.
So,
Hey.
Ron.
We're looking at the bed bath on this.
Yep. But what else do we want to do? We want to double, triple check that everything is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So we usually pull it up on Zillow or Redfin and all the other sites to make sure that what we're seeing on PropWire is correct. Because remember, we want to make sure that.
Yeah, it can be different in different places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that the zip code was different already on Redfin. I don't
Wow.
know if that matters.
Yeah, that's important because what it shows us is that data is going to be different across the different sites. And we always have to fact check.
Okay.
Okay. And guess what? On Zillow, now we have some pictures. This property is already for sale. Did you know that, Miss Robin?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to make sure that it's priced correctly.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. So on PropWire, we can look at comps. So we have all of this information. I just go back and forth to Zillow because everything is at the top, everything we need to know to make sure that we're looking at the right stuff. So we go to PropWire and press comps. And now from Jamil's model, what are we looking for, you guys?
Apples to apples.
Yes, ma'am. I love that. Apples to apples, meaning that we're looking for an anchor comp, one that is exactly the same, but actually sold the highest in the area. This is Jamil's model, and I absolutely love it because what we're saying is if you model this comp and you're a great investor, you can maximize your return. And that also allows us to get a larger wholesale fee if we give them the anchor comp in that area. So let's find a comp that's super close to ours, which PropWire is really good at showing us everything at once. So we can kind of just scroll down and look. Okay.
Okay.
And we
What was
already
the
have
year? What was the year built on the subject property? I'm sorry, I missed.
1968.
Great.
Okay.
So let's
Okay.
make sure everybody has the data written down.
Screen bigger.
3 beds, 2 baths. We don't know if it's 2 full or 1.5. So that's important to note. Square footage, 1210. Lot size, 8,712.
Mhm.
Year built, 1968. We've already targeted our search to be within 0.5 miles. We can also change it to be sold within the last 90 days. We know that that is very important. And why is that important, guys?
We want the most recent
Market
comp.
changes.
Yep, absolutely. So the market is constantly shifting. So we want to make sure that we're super accurate. Look how close these comps are.
Yeah.
That's really important. Less than 0.2 miles away. So are we, let's check out the first one. Oh no, first of all, let's look at square footage. So what's the
Yeah.
rule on the appraisal guidelines?
So it's, I'm sorry, somebody else can answer. I thought somebody else was speaking.
I think it's 200 or two, within 200 or 250.
Yes, so
50.
give or take 250 square feet to actually use that same price per square footage. So we're at 1210. So we got to keep scrolling. These comps are too large.
Mhm.
What about 1492? So that's more than 250. Y'all, you know, y'all can always check my math.
It's more.
Y'all see one that's looking pretty good?
12, 19.
I think I see one.
2.
The 1392.
1392. Was
Yes.
muted.
Yes. So this one, 150 Barksdale Drive. Okay, now let's make sure that this one has actually been renovated before we go and find this data.
Mhm.
Do you find, JL, that the comps are always accurate on PropWire? I was using it a while ago, but I stopped.
No, not always. That's why we still can look at Zillow and see what comps that they have and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I like the way PropWire maps it out so you
For
can
sure.
see everything in one line. And
Right.
sometimes it's not going to be accurate. It never really is. So that's
Mhm.
why I say check multiple channels, check multiple sites. But sometimes for the sake of us underwriting and get through some properties, we'll use that comp so that we can help everybody learn, you know, the process. But when I
Right.
look at stuff, I go through a lot of data to make sure that it's accurate. And that's
Right.
what I want the team to do. When you start comping, it may take you an hour to comp one property. But then it can go as low as 10, 15 minutes once you really get the gist of it. So this sold on 5/28/24, and there are no longer interior pictures here. Let's see what the person bought it for, if this is a flip or anything like that. No, they may or may not have renovated this. Okay. Let's try to look on Redfin Realtor, see if they have any photos of it. Nope.
Mhm. What was the sale date on it? Was it like this year?
Yeah, it was
What-
within 90
It was-
days, May.
5/8/24. They should have pictures.
Sometimes,
Yes.
depending on when it sells, they remove interior photos for the privacy of the homeowner. Some of them never remove. So it depends on where you're selling at.
Okay, that makes
But
sense.
if you have MLS or something like that, you'll always be able to see the older interior photos.
Mhm.
Okay, so we may have to find a different comp, guys,
Alright.
because we don't know if this
Okay.
is renovated. So let's continue scrolling and see if we find something close. We're at 12.
1094.
Okay, let's check this one out.
Mm.
Okay. Come on, give us some pictures.
There you go.
All you gotta do is ask and you'll receive.
Mhm.
What do y'all think about the exterior of this home?
It's okay.
It
Not
looks good.
bad. Could use some curb appeal, but
Yeah,
not bad.
exactly.
But we also have to remember we're in the Newport News market, so maybe this is, a good one for the area. Paint looks
Mhm.
fresh. Nice floors. Let's see. You guys give your feedback on what you think.
Kitchen
Don't see a
looks
lot of
basic.
furniture, so it's probably
Bad.
renovated.
Not bad at all. You can tell they put some work into the property. It's a little busy, but I mean,
Mhm.
Lots of space.
that's it's my taste.
That's very high.
Do they typically try to use neutral colors in that market or no?
I'm not sure. So I would look at like 10 listings here to see if, but I can tell that this is something somebody would buy and spend top dollar on. It doesn't look like you need to do anything to it. And something else we do, Nikki, is we'll read the property description. So if they're like new HVAC, new roof, yeah, we can use this as a comp.
Okay.
Little dated, but maybe not for this area. Bathroom still looks good. They still did fresh paint in
Backyard is nice.
there. Yeah, that is. Okay,
There's
y'all,
one.
let's use this one. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That one.
Okay, so this is gonna be our anchor comp. Now, since this one is 250 square feet less than us, first of all, let's do the price per square foot. I'm sorry, y'all. We had a week off.
What is the anchor comp?
So the highest one that you can find in the market. So that's what Jamil does, which is a really cool strategy. And he explained why. He was like, because if your investor models this comp and say you use the average of 3 comps and you use the low and a high and a medium, your ARV is going to be way less than what they could actually get. And you may miss out on $50,000 wholesale fee. They may still use the anchor comp to renovate the house. And now you've lost money on the wholesale back end. So I was like, that is a great strategy.
Makes sense.
Yep, and we're already looking in the last 90 days, so we know they can probably sell for somewhere close to this if they do a good job.
Mhm.
Okay, y'all. So this one is really good. What do we do next?
Did we get the square footage?
Yes, you need the square. You know what, Miss Sarah Lynn? I was gonna skip that step, but we do need to know what is the square footage on this one, y'all.
1100.
And what's the other property details? It's just good to put all of that down. So I'm gonna add that to our checklist.
Where's the year build on
I'm
this?
gonna scroll down for that.
On that one. I remember the other one was 68.
Let's see. Year built on this one is 1964. So we're
Yep,
4
it's
years
within
away.
4 years.
Excellent. Details. Sign anchor comp.
What are you getting as the lot size for this one?
Let's see.
Doesn't show it. Do you see it?
This lot size is bigger
Yeah.
than 14,810, but it has less square footage. How much does Jamil say we can do for lot size?
2500.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
It's still a big difference.
is it? Maybe.
250 is for the square footage of the interior.
So,
Mhm.
The 2,500 for the lot, right?
He
Yeah,
doesn't say
25.
anything. Where do y'all see that at?
Under adjustments,
Adjustments.
that's big.
right under it in brown.
Gotcha. Okay, because I was missing that. All right, so let's start making our adjustments, but we first got to find the price per square foot. Or do we, no, we make the adjustments first.
Oh, let's see.
So do we add two?
I think we have to.
Let's
guess
use
I was asking,
the
can
same
we
learner.
use this,
Lot.
right?
It's
'Cause-
a big difference.
Okay,
It's like 6,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
all right, so let's keep scrolling.
Aw.
no, sorry.
We already tried that one, this one. This was a tough one, Miss Robin.
I know.
So now I'm thinking the next thing we should do is a little bit further out on the radius.
Okay.
And maybe it's the same neighborhood, but we have to check.
So 0.75.
Yeah, still less than a mile. All right.
Hmm.
Still a big lot size too. Let's do the math, somebody, please.
I think it was one that was further up.
That's
That was
one we already looked at.
what we did.
Yeah.
This
The
is,
19,
um,
no, it was another one. I'm
Which
like,
That's on here. So
see, these are too big. This the one
oh,
we
okay,
looked
okay.
at.
Right. What?
This one.
That was too big.
Is that
Mhm.
within 25? Because it's 871.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute. Let me open my
3,000.
calculator.
That's 3,000. 3,000.
That
and
might-
25.
We might
That
need to
work.
keep that one in mind if it's close to the 2,500 if we can't find anything else.
Because then this one, the year built is more than 10 years.
Yeah. This is a hard one. Okay.
I said we was gonna start easy, but not today.
It's good for training.
Yes, it is. Let me see what he says about the year built. If it's just give or take on the purchase price, then we rather use the one closer in lot size.
could be.
He just says, do not use the comp more than plus or minus 10 years, but he doesn't say about adjustment.
Now, if
Yeah,
it was 10
he
years-
just said better to leave the subdivision than it. So you,
Then time travel.
yeah, in time.
so this is less than 10 years, isn't it? Yeah,
68 to
Yes.
76.
yeah, we can
Yeah,
do.
just short. Mhm.
Okay, let's check it out. I'll leave that one up just in case we find a hiccup here. But this may be good. Let's hope they have some photos. Yes, looks good.
Mm.
Exterior curb appeal looks great. Looks like they got a new roof. Yeah, paint good, floor's good. Let's check out the kitchen.
I
Nice.
don't think our other
Okay.
property had a garage though.
This one has a garage.
Yeah, but it looks like this one has a garage. It's a tree in a way. I mean, yeah, it has a garage. Our other property has a
It
garage.
does? Okay, good.
Yes.
This is a better comparable, y'all. Good catch on all of that stuff.
Nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, that is
I like
nice.
this one as a comp.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go back to how we start. What do we do here?
You need,
Write down the details.
3 and 2.
Because you're always gonna have to go back and reference the square footage and moving back and forth to the property, so you don't want to confuse yourself and use the wrong data. And I even label it subject property comparable property.
Oh. Okay. Me too. Prices.
Let me, the year built on this is,
It looks pretty.
76.
It was 70.
yeah, 1976.
Mhm. I think this one is good. It's
It's nice. This is better than the one. So y'all were right. Keep going, keep searching. And good catch on 3 different things that made the other ones not work.
The lot on this
Y'all
was
better at competition
11.
now. What you get?
The lot on this was 11. What was
Let's go.
it's 3,000 difference.
11,760?
Oh,
Yeah.
it is?
But
Oh.
it's the closest one we have.
It's close.
It's a
Mhm.
500 off.
12.
And it's
That's-
only 0.5 mile radius away, so we're still in the same sub. Let's make sure. Where's our subject? We didn't cross a mate. Yes, we did.
4.
Mhm.
So when he says, better to leave subdivision, that means
Okay.
you can cross a major road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so our lot is here.
I'll keep scrolling to make sure it's not one better than this, y'all.
Okay.
There's that 1313.
Okay, let's look at this one.
No lines. Let's see. Age is good. 32. So, I like that one. Is
This
that?
Yeah, it's
Nice.
good. It's nice. It's clean.
Mhm.
It is good.
And what did this one sell for? 311,200. Okay. Let's just make sure all the stuff is lined up that we need. So 3.2, we're good on square footage,
Mhm.
good on lot size, and 2 years away. Now,
Mhm.
where are we on the map?
0.56, almost half a
Just
mile.
half a mile.
Yeah, so we left the sub though. It may be the subdivision, maybe this isn't a major highway or anything like that, but here it turns to I-773, well, 173.
Mhm.
But I think this is the closest. Let's see. This one is further than the one we have.
13.
Mhm.
More.
Y'all tell me which comp you think is best.
I think the one you working on.
Okay, yeah, because they just getting
that.
further and further out. This is the closest one with the most accurate data. Okay, so we're gonna keep all that.
Mhm.
All right, so we got this information down.
Mhm.
All right, now what's next?
Okay.
Per square footage.
Square
Price
foot.
per square foot. Now, how do we find that? What is, what's the formula for that?
It's the, take the, I
Nice.
know you did, you put the square footage into the amount,
Right.
What amount, Miss Robin?
this, the sale price, the sold price,
Divide the sales price by the square feet. Yes.
right?
$30.
Y'all let me know what y'all get. I'm not doing the math today, so I'm gonna just hear everybody's answers.
Yeah. 237.
37.
Okay. Miss Robin, Miss Michelle, Nakia.
237.01.
Okay, that's what I like. Accurate. Anybody else get 01?
Divided by.
Mhm.
Oh, Coach Barry's here.
Mhm.
I can't see since I'm sharing my screen.
I know. I wasn't going to interrupt you. Y'all guys are doing a great job.
Thanks. Thanks for joining.
Quick question though. Oops. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, course.
All right, so on Prop Street, I'm not really asking you a question, but did you know on PropWire, if you run into a situation like you did initially before you spread out,
Mhm.
if you click on the boxes beside those properties
Mm-hmm.
down
Wait,
here,
you-
yeah,
Uh-huh.
if you click on them, the price per square foot and all that are calculated using some of the comp rules that Jamil uses. So you have your price per square foot, even if you got one that's like 300 square foot bigger, 200 square foot smaller, but then you got your property. If they're in the same subdivision, but it's the same 3-bedroom, 2-bath or something like that, if you click on it, it will automatically calculate what that price per square foot would be for that particular property.
Gotcha.
So that's just a little cheat thing that I think Jerry put in there.
Gotcha.
But-
But we
it's-
just from
it's there.
Jamil's model, he was like, you need to find the highest comp that's the closest. He doesn't do the average. So, and then on PropWire, we realized they don't give you cents, they round up. So then everything else. So I want them, just for the sake of learning, to do it as accurate as possible and give the most detailed numbers. But you guys, if you have to comp something fast and just understand the numbers to talk to a seller, that is an absolutely great tool that Coach Barry, I had no idea. So it's
Yeah.
important to study your systems and to learn all the things that it can do. I'm guilty of not knowing how to do that, saying I'm not technology friendly, but guess what? We can all learn the skills. There's no such thing as that.
It's good to know it both ways,
Yep,
because sometimes you ain't gonna have this in front of you. All you
exactly.
got is numbers, so you got to figure it out. So it's good. So you guys are knocking out the park.
They confident better than me now. They on it. So you
I
guys,
got one in there for you though. It's gonna stump y'all.
we'll do that one. And guess what? I have a creative one. If we get to that, where I can teach y'all. I just got a new property in from one of my agents in West Virginia. So if we have time, I'm gonna teach you that, and then I'm gonna teach you how to look for the median household income and why that's important. Okay. So what do we do next, y'all? What's the number that we got for the price per square footage?
236.
Did everybody get 236?
237.
237.01.
I didn't get 237.
I got
Oh,
230.
one more again. And you got to
230.
me. I didn't know you were here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Y'all are deep today.
So the number is what? 310 divided by 1313?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought it was
311. That's probably why we're
$311,200.
different.
$200.
311,200.
311,200 is the estimate. That's not what it sold for.
Ah,
It
yes.
says here that it's over that.
Yeah.
No, that's the estimate.
That's
Where is it?
Estimate.
Okay.
I think PropWire is an estimate as well.
This says original
But
loan
it
amount.
counts as
Loan amount.
13. Okay, let me go.
Because when I went down on Zillow, it
Mhm.
said sold for 311,200. See?
Yeah.
The estimate is the same as the sale price because it just sold.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
So what is this saying, where do you see sold at 310, Jamise?
You know I'm on something else, right?
And another one?
Yeah, and it's saying it and
Well, like right there, if you scroll back up where the picture is, the small pictures.
Yep.
Yeah, right here. It says sold 311,200.
Mm-hmm. And it said the loan amount was 310K.
Was 310.
right.
So they
and the
put in
public
that-
record is 310.
So they put something down, which made the loan amount less. They
Let's
did
just
good.
pick a number to use, y'all. Which one do we want to go with?
311,200.
Okay. Well, look, usually you do your own due diligence and look at all the different channels, but I do want to get through some properties today
Okay.
so that we can practice.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna use 311,200 and we're gonna use
Mm-hmm.
1313 for the square footage. But
Okay.
usually if you're looking at it yourself, look on public record like Jamise did, all of those different avenues, if it seems like the data is not accurate. which no data is accurate because people are pulling it from every which way.
I got 237.
Okay.
All right, so we got the price per square footage. What do we do next?
Multiplied by the square footage of the subject.
Comp square. Subject square footage times comp square footage.
Yep. No. Yes. What's the answer?
Which one?
What's
So
the
we got
answer?
237, right? We got 237 for
237.
footage of the comp,
Yes.
and then we multiply the subject's square footage by that number.
Yep.
Was that one 215 or did I write it down wrong?
I'm sorry, I was responding to an email. What are you guys calculating?
We're now calculating with the properties ARV, our subject property that we're looking at, we're now calculating what it would be worth. So our square footage times the price per square footage we got from our anchor comp.
Okay.
Is it 286,770?
We got our first answer. Who else got that?
286, 780, 210.
Uh-oh.
So I used 237 times 1210.
Oh, I thought is the
So
subject
around
property 1250 square feet?
12.
It's 10.
1210, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Let's double check. Yep, same on PropWire, same on Zillow, but we can always check other channels when we're doing it on our own.
I just mistyped, thank you.
So what's the number that we got?
286,770.
Okay, 286,770. Now, Miss Robin, this property is fully renovated.
Mm-hmm.
They're listed at 250,000. Do you believe that this is priced right?
It's less than what we our ARV, so it's less. Yeah,
They're
I do.
priced well.
Yes, I
Oh.
do.
How long was it on market?
Let's see.
A long time, 300 and something,
That's
317
probably
days.
why.
And guess what it leads me to believe? There's something else wrong with it.
Yes.
Mm.
If people are performing inspections and it's not panning out, or they put lipstick on it and covering up some stuff, when you do inspection, you're gonna find it. Stuff wrong with the electrical, the plumbing. Does it have central AC? Central air. So, that's when you really want to give the agent a call and say, what's going on here? Why has this property been listed so long? Because there's nothing wrong with the price. They could go
And
down.
we can ask for if they did an appraisal, and can we get that information? We can
Yeah,
ask that, correct?
I ask all the time. I say, look, I don't want to waste your time. So if you already have an inspection report done, can you send that my way?
Mhm.
And for the people who are new on here, what we usually do after this, if this is a property that is just needs a full gut or renovation, we're gonna look in that market and see what people are purchasing, what percentage of the ARV people are purchasing for. And how we do that is we go through Zillow, Redfin, and we find properties that were gutted and then flipped. So we say, oh, okay, they bought this for 200, but they resold it for 400. The percentage in this market is 50% to the dollar. So then we just take that number we just got, the ARV, and multiply it by 50%. We get our number, and then we subtract our wholesale fee, which I always start at 20,000, because they're going to negotiate with you anyway.
Mhm.
Don't sell yourself short when you do all of this work, finding the property, doing the numbers, negotiating with the seller, getting it under contract, getting through inspection, finding the end buyer, and then getting it to the closing table. We don't take shorts. Get your money out. If you do something where it's a 5-10K assignment, that's fine too, but don't start there. Okay, so now we got Coach Berry's address. Miss Robin, I encourage you to call that property and figure out what's going on. It's on you now.
Okay,
All right.
I tried to call, I text her.
Okay.
already. Yeah, but I'm gonna call
Everybody,
tomorrow.
everybody good with that? What we came up with?
Yes,
All right.
What was the final ARV?
286,770.
Okay.
Okay. So let's clear this out so we don't get confused. There's so many, when Zoom, like you try to pull things, you got to move everything all around.
Mhm.
Picture here, the header. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. Okay. Is this the correct one, Coach?
No,
I copied and pasted the wrong address?
no,
You play too much.
no. This is what I had to go through today.
Oh,
So that's why I already put it out to you guys. But this came from James Bowden. He's the one working this one.
okay.
So I put the address in the way it's in Podio,
Uh-huh.
and it would not come up in PropStream. I mean, in PropWire, excuse me. So I put it in Redfin,
Mhm.
and it came up with that address. But then when I went back to PropWire, it kept pulling up Russell, Kentucky.
Got you.
Same
That's
zip
the
code.
house.
Huh? No, it's
Uh-huh.
not. It's the same house. If you
Oh,
put in Russell, if you put in 453 Boyd Street, Russell, Kentucky,
Oh, it's still popping up something else. You
I
want
had
me-
to clear everything out. I actually just refreshed it and typed it in. Yep, that's what I had to do.
453. How you spell it?
Boyd, Boyd
Uh-huh.
Street, and it was Russell. There you go. You just passed it right there. Now look at the picture. Now
Uh-huh.
look at Redfin. Same house.
Yeah.
mm.
But I
Just
see that in Baltimore all the time. Brooklyn, Maryland is Baltimore, Maryland. So I have a seller that sold a house in Brooklyn, Maryland, but it's the county is Baltimore.
yeah.
So that makes
So,
sense.
so it just like it's like that. So it's the
Oh,
same house.
yeah.
Great catch. Good to know. And we got some pictures, y'all. Don't we love that? But let's start with, what do we do first?
Compare numbers.
We got to write down
Verify
the property.
details.
Yes, property details.
Meet.
So 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,120 square feet. Year built 2009.
Year built 1940.
Yeah.
Oh, the one I have is 2009.
It brung you to that other property we was just on.
PropWire.
Yeah, PropWire, when you click it, it brings you to another property. You got to refresh your whole PropWire, Miss Michelle, and then you got to
Okay.
type it in manually.
Let me see.
Alrighty. Let's do this again.
and it's gonna show up as Russell, Kentucky, and not Flatwoods, Kentucky.
Yeah, you know how Baltimore has different subsections, and like you can get a property in like Brooklyn, Maryland, but it's really Baltimore, Maryland still.
Yes.
That's what's
Mhm.
happening here.
Yeah, because Brooklyn is Baltimore. They just,
But I love to put Brooklyn instead when I'm listing
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Brooklyn.
it.
I type 453 Boyd Street. Nothing comes up.
when you do the comma and put the first R, Russell will pop up, but if you go past the R, then Russell will leave. That is crazy.
Oh,
This look like a little Chinese house.
It's Oriental.
Yes,
Asian.
There we go. Asian.
politically correct. Thank you.
square feet.
Looks a little squat is all I can say.
This puppy need help.
Yes.
But guess what? It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, maybe that's the driveway.
Pay for.
To the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the driveway. There's a carport and a garage.
Okay.
On the side?
This is not a good anchor picture because you can't see the carport or the garage.
Right.
If you go to Redfin, now you get to see the real.
Oh, yeah, that's a rough number there. It's cute though.
What about Zillow?
Shine.
Who said it was cute?
Me. I said it's cute, the style of it.
Your battle buddy?
Get rid of them awnings and hope some other stuff. It'll be updated real quick.
Mhm.
All right, y'all. We got the property deeds.
Yep.
32, what's the lot size?
What's
Look
the
like it's got
square
good
foot?
bone.
1840. Ooh,
Mm.
40.
Is that panels on the wall that's painted panels?
Yep.
Purple
Mhm.
tub.
Look at that thing.
Look at that ceiling.
You can't salvage that one. Oh, there it is. There she
There it
is.
is.
Hanging on by a limb.
Tear it down. That thing got to go.
So
Click
where
on that
was the
next picture.
Garage and a carport.
Yeah. Click on the next, go to the next one.
Oh, okay.
There you go. There's the garage. Look at it.
Oh,
That
man,
mug
you
look like a
go.
basement, don't it?
the roof is leaking,
A little scary.
Sadly.
but it's center block, so it's strong.
That's a flipping fixer's dream right there.
So what's the cents to the dollar on that, Miss Robin? It's old. What do we know already?
There'd be some structural stuff.
Yeah.
Miss Robin, when it's old and it needs everything, what is our percentage of ARV we looking at already?
50%
Yes, or less.
or last year.
Okay, so y'all ready to find the anchor for this one? See, good luck. Oh, coach, get off of my underwriting zone.
Well, I mean, it's one that's in Podio, so it's coming y'all's way.
Anyway.
But you'll find a comp. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you right. You will find
Oh,
the
yeah.
comp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, the lot is small and the house is medium. No, we need to get to sold within the last 3 months. Okay. What?
Oops.
None of these work.
We're gonna have to go further out.
Yeah, let's try that. Y'all tell me to stop if you see anything that works.
75, okay.
Oh, that's it.
Mm.
This just tells me people are not buying out here.
Uh-huh.
Right.
We
Yeah, I
ain't
was thinking.
looking. And this is why I'm gonna show y'all in the next steps of population, median household income, crime rate. That stuff is important because if nobody's buying and flipping properties, it's
Mm.
gonna be really hard to sell. So
Mm.
that's stuff that we need to include in our research when we send it over to Deal Engineer and Dispo. Okay, so now what do we do next?
15,
Leave it alone.
40. Let's look at the dates.
I need to look into that.
Mm,
Hello, sweetie. How are you?
Let me go out a little.
What y'all, what will we do next, y'all, since, okay, we've already extended our radius out.
Can we look at a mile, within a mile?
Okay.
And plus, we just looking at sold in the last 3 months. We need to change that too.
Yep, if we can't find anything within,
A mile.
mm-hmm.
16, 15.
Lot size here. Can somebody do the math to see if this is not more than 2,500?
2,500 make that 32. So it'd be,
Would it?
mhm.
Okay, so just a little bit off.
No,
Okay,
no,
Close.
no, that's not right.
I think you are right.
Okay.
Wait. Let's
No.
just do the math. No, that's like 1,000 something, right?
33.
Because we adding it to the
I'm being
2,700.
Candace trying to do that. I
27.
love doing math in my head to keep myself sharp.
Oh, yeah, the difference is 640.
Okay,
Square
great.
feet.
What about the
645, actually.
what about the square footage, y'all? Are we on target there?
Is
Yeah. Wait a minute, 13,
Mm,
1342.
The
Make
square
it
footage for the
cost.
house is fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're
The
within.
lot size is, yeah, and that's fine. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, 5 years away. Now let's see if this one has actually been renovated. And we know we can always adjust down 10,000 for the bedroom size.
fine.
Okay, no photos here.
That's Ohio.
That's what I was just wondering. I was like, did we just cross the state line?
Oh, Lord.
You go across that river, you're in Ohio.
Yeah, I've
This
been
is
there.
completely
Oh.
ridiculous.
Okay,
Can I,
I guess
you
we
want
gotta
me to help
keep
you out?
looking.
We're gonna have
You
to
want me to
go
help you
back
out?
further.
We can't be on the other side of the river.
You
Or
want me to
can
help
we?
you out?
I think
Is
that's
there-
like.
No, Barry,
what
this is
about-
a learning experience.
What about
Okay.
205?
I'm gonna stop. I ain't
They
gonna
can
say
be on their own.
nothing.
They're gonna be like, Coach Barry, need your help. Jael didn't answer. Giving the answers.
What you
Alright.
say, Janice?
No, I was gonna suggest 205 Etna, but it looks like the lot size is way too big.
All right, let's.
We
Okay,
changed
we
the
got some more
months.
Kentuckies coming up, y'all. Let's see if any more of these Kentuckies will work. But let's be mindful of, oh my gosh, we're on a borderline. We got to think about that because we're in the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
How do they have a zero
Yeah.
lot size with a 1,596 square foot house? Doesn't matter. The year built doesn't work. But that's odd. This data here is all over the place.
Mhm.
Okay, that's it. So what do we do next? We already a mile out and we know we didn't crossed over a state line.
Yeah.
We changed the months
The
sold.
months.
Yes,
We go
ma'am.
to 6 months.
Okay, let's do it. You want to go back to a closer radius
Sure.
Yes.
so that we ain't in Ohio? 0.75 or 0.5?
0.5.
Okay,
We can start there.
yep.
Still didn't get that much.
Right?
Yeah.
So we
Let's
need
see.
to go to 0.75.
No, what about this one? Let's check.
Oh, that one? Okay.
17, 16.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Mhm.
Before.
Because remember, we can add 2,500 square feet to the lot
Gotta
size.
find out
Mhm.
what's the year built.
Oh,
39.
It doesn't have it. Is it are we looking at 347? Yeah. It doesn't have a year built.
Is this land? It's commercial, not a
Oh.
comp.
Mm.
This is ridiculous.
this is commercial?
There.
Yep.
Yes.
Loan
Oh,
type.
loan type is commercial, so it must be some type of commercial real estate, but let's just pull it up on Zillow, so that we're making sure we're fact checking all of the sources that we're using. Is it in Kentucky?
Yes, it's in Kentucky.
It's in West Jalopy.
Okay.
Cute.
That's cute.
Look, what year built? 1930. What year are we, y'all?
40.
40.
Right
Perfect.
Okay.
on.
10
Good.
years.
I'm raising the roof at this point.
Mhm.
That's cute.
It's
That
nice.
is
This is different.
Now, Robin, that's cute. See, this is what that looks like.
But remember, our other house can begin to look like this.
Yeah, because it is that
Like-
weird style.
Yeah.
But
and
this is a great reno, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a fun one.
Yeah, this
Right?
got a little bit of swag to it.
Okay.
Whoever did the stage,
look at
they full of color.
Yes,
They did a pink ceiling. I've never seen that.
and it's like a tray ceiling, isn't it?
You know, it
That,
doesn't
but they have
bad.
molding.
No,
just-
it's just
molded,
how they
okay.
painted it.
Oh, that's cute.
Bad. It's really cute.
Oh,
This
look at
could
that
be like a
room.
little Airbnb
Oh.
short-term rental type situation.
That's probably
People
why it's a
like, I'm
commercial.
looking.
Oh, it's
That's
on the
probably why
water.
it's commercial real estate.
Waterfront.
Yeah,
That
water.
would make
I wonder
sense.
how far the other property is from the water.
Got a
Let's see.
gulp.
Let's see how far,
Oh,
ooh,
that is
Well, it's
cute.
not that far.
Okay.
Remember the property that was almost a half and was on the other side of the river?
let's see. That's why they showed us the water here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, don't want you.
That's Ohio.
Okay, so let's just compare 3-2, 3-2, little bit larger, and this one is a waterfront property. So let's see if we can see on Google Maps if ours is anywhere near the water.
Okay.
3-2, 3-2.
Because that, that's gonna a view and water is gonna
Increase the value.
significantly increase the property's value.
Yeah, 320. 47.
Is that a boat? That ain't a boat.
Looks like industrial, commercial behind
Is that
it.
a church or something?
That's a
Uh-oh. Y'all know what that means. We buy commercial real estate, we gotta adjust the price.
At the water? Is that water behind that tree? No? Don't
Girl,
laugh at me.
That sounds like you're being hopeful.
Yes, I'm like, I just see people water. For somebody who can't swim, look, I love water.
Just bring your vest. All right, let's
that-
look here. This
that
where we are. Okay, we're pretty close to the
Close
water.
to the
but we
water,
got
yeah.
waterfront.
Yeah.
People still love that. So I think that we can adjust price for that property being a waterfront property and still use it as a viable comp because we are close to it. What y'all think?
I agree.
I like
I
it.
think so.
Okay.
How far do you think it is, Jael?
Let's always do this, Miss Michelle. Oh, and then prop wire, I think they told us to. It's 0.23 miles away. Is that it? Yep.
Mhm.
So not far at all. That's excellent. Okay. So what do we do next? Did Jamil say anything about waterfront?
Nope.
Not on the appraisal paper.
17.
I think we should reduce it 10 or 20K to be on the safe side. 20, I think I would pay $20,000 extra for a house if it was by the water. And what I'm looking at, y'all, is where he says under 500K by traffic and commercial,
Mm-hmm.
fronting or backing. And this is, the front of it is waterfront.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna use that as and sometimes you have to be innovative with it and say, okay, let me just use his rules, but use it in a different way. So before we even find price per square foot, when we have to make adjustments, we make the adjustments first. So this is a good rule of thumb to know. So when we got this 394, 900,000, do we all agree we should reduce it by 20,000, or did y'all want to do 10 or 15?
I think 20 is
I
good.
think 20.
Okay, yeah, waterfront, I mean, the view, people love that. So let's reduce this by 20,000. So we're all in agreement that our ARV for, this one would be 374, 900. Please write that down.
Okay.
This is a good one because we have to make adjustments on both properties, and then you'll remember when to make the necessary adjustment. So before we calculate price per square foot, we have to adjust the ARV. All right, so with that information in the 1514 square footage, what's the price per square foot?
Uh,
I gotta see y'all faces now. I gotta be checking in. I like to hear from everybody. We are all a part. If you can't unmute, don't worry about it. But, and I know Jamise is super advanced. She be underwriting her, all of the Gator deal, all of that stuff, which is super hard, but, feel free to chime in anytime.
The price per
5083.
square
40
foot on this one is I got 247.62.
Yes, that's what I got.
Excellent. We got 2 people with that. Who else got that?
I forgot to deduct the 20,000.
okay, so, 1514.
Yeah, 247.62.
Okay. And you guys, so like if we were to underwrite this within the Podio, say, look, deducted 20,000 because this is waterfront property. Make that note, because if somebody goes in and checks the work and it's like, this is not the price per square foot, so that you eliminate them having to call you, stop the dispo process, put that note in there, because we need to show our work so that somebody can come in and say, oh my gosh, you did the math wrong here. We're here to double, triple check each other. So any underwriters on the team, you know that we put 2 people on each lead to make sure that y'all can piggyback off each other.
Sounds like this is a deal.
Stop doing it fast.
I'm
He
just
did it
saying,
earlier today, probably.
And y'all,
no.
please, write it out so that we can add this to Podio, please. So whoever's on the underwriting team, write it out step by step so we can add it to Podio tonight and send it on over to Dispo. This is what it's all about, the speed. Okay, are we ready for next steps?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody else good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's get this back up on. All right, let's double, triple verify our square footage. Right here, Redfin saying 2,700. PropWire saying 2,700. Anybody want to look at Zillow or Realtor?
That 27?
Public record. Messing with Jamise.
Okay, that's the lot we're talking
That's
about.
how detailed Jamise is though, y'all. That's a good habit to have because it will tell you different things all different places.
Mhm.
Oh, that's the lot size. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
1542 is
42.
the square footage. Y'all was supposed to, Miss Sarah Lynn checked me on it. 1542. Y'all,
Seven?
I make mistakes all the time, so please make sure that you're listening intently and making sure that I'm saying.
Everything's moving so fast on our screen.
Sorry, guys. I had coffee.
Yeah,
No more
we're-
coffee before
thank
the
you.
underwriting Zooms.
Okay.
So I don't-
Also, I want y'all to get in the habit too of having your computer up so that you can do what I'm doing. So that when you have to do it yourself, you don't be like, what's the next step? You'll get that muscle motor memory. All right, y'all let me know the answer when you got it.
So I don't see the square footage. What was it? Because I don't see the square footage on Zillow.
It's 1542 on
That's what I have.
PropWire and on Redfin.
Okay, that's what I had there.
381.3004.
Okay, first answer out there.
That's 381, 833. Maybe it's a 4. $381, 830. What'd you get? I got the 381, 830 this time. I got 833 the last time.
381,
got-
830.04.
That's what I got, Robin.
Okay, 83004. Okay, I got that.
Okay, so we got all the same number?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
what's next? So, because we were diligent and we looked on Google Maps, we realized something important, didn't we?
Mhm.
What's so important that we realized?
That is waterfront. I mean, it is
The
close to.
waterfront?
Not for the anchor property, for our subject property. So now we have our subject properties ARV. If it was fully renovated, that's what we could sell it for. So we think. But what's wrong with this subject property?
It's a
needs
full
work.
gut.
It's by commercial real estate.
Oh, yeah, that too.
It's
Oh, the
commercial
church.
real
Yeah.
estate on the side and in front of it.
Mhm.
And it looked like industrial backing it. What do we have to do here, ladies?
Decrease it.
Gentlemen,
Increase the price. And
by
I gotta
what?
Is
Look
that
at
like
the bottom part.
20%?
So the backing is minus 10K
Mhm.
and the front is minus 20%.
This-
No. I'm sorry. It's under 500K. So I just noticed that little one over top. So
I always forget that part too. So siding and fronting is commercial real estate for this property. So what
so
do we have
10K,
to deduct it
10
by?
to 20K.
Yep, 20K.
Mhm.
From the ARV before we even try to figure out the 50% to the dollar part, you know?
So
Okay.
this is down to what, 360?
Y'all tell me. Everybody in agreement with Miss Sarah
You
Lynn?
said we taking 20?
Yeah, because it's siding and fronting. You could do
Yeah,
30.
361,
be-
830.
I was about to say,
You could do
if we're,
30.
if
Because
we're
I
doing
did
the
see
max.
industrial real estate directly behind it. So let's be on the safe side and do 30, y'all. We got to be conservative for what we're purchasing or what we selling to our investors. So I think that,
So it's 344,900.
okay.
What?
For what? What?
So
what-
because we had it down to 374,900 with the 20,000 for the waterfront, and then we still have to subtract the 30 because it's 10K for the commercial on the side.
We're subtracting the 30 from the ARV for this one, not from the waterfront
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're at 350.
51, 830.04.
Mhm.
Excellent. Super accurate. Everybody else?
Later. Yep.
that? Okay.
Yep.
So what are we going to do now?
50%,
I would go 45
45. Okay.
because of the year, because of it's pretty large. Look at all of the things that need to be done.
And then if you look at the comp, the way they set it up, they look like they're using it as like an Airbnb.
Yeah. It's
So you gotta-
staged,
You gotta-
furniture. Yes.
Yeah.
And this one also needs exterior. So not
Yeah.
only does it needs everything inside, garbage removal, then to get the people in there and get it done. I'm guessing probably brand new HVAC, roof, all the things, plumbing, electrical.
Mhm.
We didn't do anything for the garage yet, do we? What are your thoughts on that? Because that's trash right now.
Yeah, I would leave that. We should have took it out of, we could have took it off of the other one, but that other one is so well done and it's waterfront.
Okay.
I don't think this carport and garage really makes that big of a difference on the end of the high end of that other comp.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's going to be a judgment thing, y'all, that when you're comping of your professional opinion, but that comes with looking at a lot of properties.
Mhm.
Okay. So what do we do next? What do we have?
158, 323, 52.
And that's 45 cents to the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't did this. Look at the sales price, 57,500.
So this a deal all day long.
All
Mhm,
day, every day.
mhm.
Oh,
One-
did we take out 20 off?
We need to take off more than 20. I don't even care what the wholesaler. See, this is the ones where you don't care even what the wholesaler is charging. Take your money. And guess what? We're gonna go a step further with this because we don't want to be fooled, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to look at the crime rate, population density, median household income, because why would somebody list a property like this low? That's the questions I'm gonna have next after we just did this. We're 3 times what they're asking.
What are they asking?
57,500.
57.
Oh,
And
okay.
how long has it been sitting on? 65 days on market.
5 days.
This say 65 days on Realtor. That means they took it down.
65 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're willing to do a seller finance.
Stop what you doing.
What?
We buying this
Yeah,
tonight.
finance that to me.
Come on, Miss Michelle.
10, they want 10. Well, we're trying to get it to be lower, but they want 10K down.
That's it.
That's all down,
Nope.
and we can take up what do they? Yeah, that's
Barry, you can stay on the Zoom. He put us through all of this to tell us that.
I just because when I looked at it, I did some of the same stuff you guys were doing, but I take it a step further. I always go to Redfin because I like their comp map.
Okay.
And when I went to Redfin and looked at their comp map, I just came up with an ARV of 130.
Okay.
Now you guys took it a step further, so I learned something tonight as well.
Because we want to
So
tell our investors that the resale value is way higher. We're going to make way more money if we say just do this like that waterfront property. And we
Yeah.
already reduced it by 20, 30K for it being.
yeah. So yeah, this is a deal all day long. Either way, even if we had to pay cash for it.
How do I look at the map from here, or I have to
Just
go
scroll
to the map?
down.
Okay.
Keep scrolling down. You'll see comparable maps. Keep going.
Okay.
and the comp.
Keep
And so
going.
one
Keep going. Keep going.
was
Keep
one of the
going.
ones that we
Keep going.
picked.
Keep going.
Look
Keep
at all the
going.
different things with different tools, y'all.
Yup. Keep going. Right there. View comparable map. View comparables.
Oh, nice. Cool. And they all are in Kentucky, not Ohio.
Right.
With us, here's the other ones.
Yeah.
Cool.
And guess what I found today, y'all?
What
If you put the address and say crime rate and put it in, and y'all, you may already know this, but in the what's the thing? The AI, it come up with everything.
That's what we about to do. So, and I'm going to tell you why. So what if our investor, they flip it or whatever, or they decide, I'm going to buy, this is so much meat on the bone. I'm going to keep this baby. I'm going to refinance it, but I'm going to rent it out. So knowing the median household income and knowing how people, have y'all ever rented a place before? They want to see 3 times the amount of money that you make as the 1 month's of rent, right? So if the median household income is only 100,000, but we asking for 3,000 in rent, those numbers don't make sense. So that's a red flag for whatever market you're in, and you can easily figure this out. So we're going to do the math. We're going to take this one all the way because I want to see the crime rate here. Let's go to Chat GPT, and you also can just ask Google too. I
Right.
told my mom this the other day. All right, and what part of Kentucky are we in? I actually would like to just
Russell
do
either
the zip code.
Flatwoods.
We can do Russell and then we can do the zip code.
Okay.
Because seeing a property at night is totally different
Yeah.
than seeing it during the day. Safe city with the crime rate significantly lower than the national average.
Well, that's good.
19 incidents per 1,000.
Wow. And then I looked at the property
That's
today
stuff.
was 74 point per 1,000. So this is great.
Okay. And now what zip code are we in? And I just copy and paste because I'm super. What's the zip?
41169. 411, yes, 69.
This one is just a little higher than the rest of Russell.
20.
but not too bad. It's still very close. Now, we want to know what's the median household income? What if we buy this, renovate it, we're gonna do the Burr method, refinance it and rent it out? We want to know what's the median household income. And I'm gonna use the zip code, oh, I'm sorry, so that we can be super exact. I didn't even know my computer could do that.
That ain't bad, 6588.
Okay, 60, where did you see that?
65,
65.
65 and 88.
Okay. Household income in the SIP is about 88,000.
Okay.
Mm.
So we want to, here's how we figure out what somebody can actually pay for rent per month. Because what the 3 times rule says is that if they have debt, they have a car, they got student loans, they have credit cards. I need to see that if I charge 3,000 in rent, you make at least $9,000 a month before, after taxes. Because then I know that you can actually pay me and your electrical and your water bill. So what we do first is we take this number divided by 12.
Take the 65,000, 417.
My
Mm.
camera's off. Yeah. Yep, take that and divide it by 12, because that's the median household income.
54,
And
51.
it's 12 months in a year.
54, 51, and 42 cents basically.
Okay, and now divide that by 3.
18, 17.
So that's what somebody
13.
can afford to pay you per month. And then you got to figure out, will that amount cover your costs?
Mm.
Because if I
Why
get
3,
loan-
Jael?
Because it's the 3 times rule.
Okay,
1/3 of what you make is what you can pay in rent or mortgage. If you pay
Okay.
more than that, you're most likely over leveraged on your bills.
okay,
Because you have a car note, most likely. You have student loans, you have credit cards, you have food, you have other expenses that you need to survive.
okay,
So that's what most people, if you try to rent something, they're going to look for 3 or 3.5 times the amount.
okay.
Everybody got that?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so don't y'all think that maybe our expenses exceed that amount per month if we pulled out a loan and redid this property?
Would think so.
So we would just want to wholesale this. And that may be why they're so low on price. The last thing that we want to look at as underwriters is what's the population density. So you see how we didn't see a lot that has sold in the area?
Mm-hmm.
What if the population is too low to support a rental? Pace always says, I look at major cities and urban areas because I know I have a bigger pool of renters. Right? So if you have less people that's looking to rent your property, you may get stuck with a dud. You just got to pick somebody.
Mm. Wholesale it.
Yeah, this is a wholesale.
Let the buyer figure it out.
Yep. And if they don't do this due diligence, that's not on you. This is for our team to know so that we make sound decisions when we purchase properties. The population in the whole Russell, Kentucky is 4,000 people.
Mm.
I would never hold a property there.
And the majority of the residents in Russell are white.
ChatGPT don't be playing. And then I always be like, well, how many renters, how many homeowners? That helps. Okay, so is this good? Was this helpful?
Now,
Oh,
John,
yeah.
the other
Very.
thing you look at, like, is it possible that you look at like major cities and what's the closest major city to that?
Sure.
And is there,
And
like,
this,
what's close? Is it close to any schools? Is it close to
Yeah.
any major places of sort?
Maybe nothing.
What? Lexington, Kentucky.
Lexington
Lexington.
is the next nearest,
Wow.
about 103
Another
miles though.
state.
Yeah. That's probably where that house has been sitting.
Yep.
Well, there goes my excitement.
We gonna wholesale it though. So she was like, I want to buy this one. But this is why we have to do more and more due diligence.
Yes.
Because this is an area that if we lived there, we would know all of this. That's
Mhm.
like stuff we know about the DMV, but you're not going to know about this in another market. So it's just keep digging. And then you can still fact check this on Google. You can find a population and a crime rate website and look on there too. But this is stunning. Guess what? This is probably somebody that lives in Kentucky and they know when people visit Kentucky, they would stay at a waterfront property.
Mm-hmm.
That's why our property so close to this hasn't sold. Because ours is just on a street with industrial stuff. Even if we got it and fixed it up, I would pick this property over ours all day, every day.
Oh, yeah.
You see? So
I
good.
wonder why I had a golf cart in the back.
What, this one?
Mm-hmm.
So you can get around the
That's
waterfront.
funny.
It's
You ride a golf cart around the
right
neighborhood.
on
What
the-
about everything?
But you know what? If it had a boardwalk, it makes sense.
Right? It might,
Yeah.
because they had that little bridge across the thing too. So it might be a little
Mm.
pool area by the water.
Mm.
Very nice. Coach?
This one was a challenging one.
Yeah.
I like it though. I like the way you guys go deep, deep, deep. I wouldn't buy it.
Right now, what we know? No, we ain't buying it,
What
but
we
we'll
know, yeah.
wholesale it. And
Could
guess
we really
what?
wholesale it though? Who we gonna
A
wholesale
nice
it to?
spread.
So guess what? We always are going to go in the Kajabi or Facebook groups and say, who's buying in Russell, Kentucky? If you get crickets, don't even waste your time because you don't have your end buyer. Go find your end buyer first before you commit to a seller and then don't follow through. You reverse work real estate. I always find 10 or 12 end buyers in one area. And then I make sure that their criteria is kind of similar. Then I go find the property and make them bid on it. So I make more money. I always try to figure out, this might sound crazy, how to make the most money with the least amount of effort. That's your girl.
Hey, that's the smart way to do it.
That is what I do. That is literally how I think. How can I make more money and do less work?
Oh.
That's my motto. So we can, oh, and I want to give you guys a tidbit. So this just worked for me, and I want you guys to think about it because we make the most money when we bring deals in through acquisitions, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
So one of my realtors just brung a property to me that we can look at that's a subject to deal in West Virginia. Now, if you went into investor-friendly groups, right? Investor-friendly groups and found investor-friendly agents, if people who are sub two, if you went in every state and said, who's the investor-friendly realtor in this state? Send me your dead leads. If you talk to 5 agents in investor-friendly groups on Facebook a day, and they got 10 leads for you a year, that's 50 leads that you didn't have to do anything for but have a conversation. I can even give you a script of what to type to them.
Please do.
Yeah, send that junk.
Can you send me your dead leads? I have a team of investors and private money lenders that can close on your deals and get you paid. That's all I would say.
Mm.
Don't overthink it. Think about how you can work less and make more.
All day.
A thinking mind is a great thing to have on the team.
So do we have that, y'all? Can everybody commit to talking or finding 5 realtors just to send a message to, even if they don't respond to you? 5 days, 5 a day, 5 days a week. You don't even have to work on the weekends. You've reached out to 25 agents. If they
So-
only bring you 2 apiece, that's 50 deals, 50 leads.
So Jairo, you said investor-friendly Facebook, like Facebook groups?
Yes, and Jatrice and I can help you, Miss Michelle. So whatever markets you're targeting, I suggest y'all pick markets that the group is working on, that we kind of have cash buyers in. Don't make it hard on yourself. Pick investor-friendly states, urban areas, and all you do is type in Facebook, Washington, D.C. wholesale group. There are going to be real estate agents in there. Most every real estate agent is going to say, I'm a realtor, such and such name, real estate agent, realtor. You can even type in the search bar. This is what I do. You can type in real estate company names, and anybody with that company that works for Keller Williams is going to pop up that's ever posted in that group. Now all you're doing is click, got one, and send them a direct message. If they have their phone number on there, call them or text them. Hey, saw your information in this group. Do you have any leads that you're having trouble closing? I have an amazing team of investors and lots of private money. Who's not going to respond to that?
Right.
We can get your deals closed and get you paid. And then if you need help after that of closing them or getting the leads over, literally it's about following up. So if you made a spreadsheet with every agent that you reached out to, and you said, this one responded, this one didn't, this one responded, this one didn't. Now you know that out of every 10 agents I send a message to, 2 respond. That's a 20% return on what you're doing. Now, after out of the 2 that responded, 1 of them sent me deals. This is stats for you. So you say, look, if I contact 20, I know I'm gonna get 4. Everything that we do is just math. Then after that, the ones who don't respond, you send the follow-up and you make note of that. Followed up with these. Okay, out of the 10, now the ones I followed up with, I got 3. Now, if you know that that's going to work, you can double, triple your efforts and get everything that you want done. Okay, so whatever you're doing, track it.
Preach, preach.
So do y'all want to look at this creative deal as the last thing that we do today?
Yes.
I haven't even looked
I
at it
am.
yet, so it's going to be fresh. All right. Fine. So I pulled up the address here. Should have kept prop wire. All right. We'll put that back there. Okay. So 924. Okay, so what are we doing first?
Verifying all the details.
But this is our subject property?
Yes, ma'am. They want a creative offer. They're in some type of financial hardship.
But even though it's saying sold?
Yeah, they already own it. That's the
Oh,
only
okay,
way to be able to
okay.
purchase
Okay,
the
gotcha. I'm
property.
sorry. I understand now.
Yes. Okay, so we got 3 beds, 3 baths. We don't know if that's 2.5 or 3. Got to make note of that. 1632 square feet.
Do
All
you
right,
know
this
the
was-
year build on that?
Yeah, let's see.
33.
All right, let's verify. 1933.
1933. All right.
Lot size 4,792 and not a comp in sight. Within the last year of 0.5 miles. That could be a good thing that people love this neighborhood and people are
Right.
moving
Yeah.
or people are not flipping here. But we don't need to flip. This would be, if we buy it creatively, it would be a long-term rental if it works as a long-term rental. I'm not short-term rentaling or mid-term rentaling in West Virginia because I already looked earlier in the week. They're actually losing population. Their population is decreasing in the entire West Virginia. People are moving away.
Wow.
I just like doing stuff like that. Because somebody was like, West Virginia is a great market, and we looked, and actually it's a declining market. But if I can get something for 10 or 20,000 down and let it appreciate and, just pay it subject to, that's a deal for me. Okay,
But you would still have to look at like if the population is declining, you would think that the median income is also declining. And
we
the
gotta
crime,
check all of that.
yeah, the
Yeah,
crime,
before we pay
yeah,
for it. Yes. But say I could buy it subject to and resell it on the market and make a profit, like stuff like that. We look at all of that as exit strategies. But if none of that works, we wouldn't buy it.
okay.
But if we're holding it for a tax write-off, it doesn't really matter, right?
So we can always wholesale it to somebody that cares about depreciation.
Okay.
Somebody who has so much money, they just need tax write-offs. Absolutely, Miss Robin. That's another exit strategy. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is when we're looking at subject to properties, we want to know what this property is worth as it stands right now. Even though they paid 134, and Zessim saying 178, we don't really know the true value of the property.
Mhm.
Let's try West Virginia. Usually homes are spaced out quite a bit.
Mhm.
So we do need to open up the mile radius on this. Do we have anything close that we can use?
In the last 3 months.
1384 might not be bad.
Don't look too bad. That's the one I was looking at.
Are we still looking at 3 months?
We got one more too,
Hey,
y'all.
Tom?
We went out to the last year within a mile.
Yep, because let's see, 3 months. Do we have anything? We got one, but it's not a fit because of the square footage in the year built.
Go to 6, only see 2.
Yeah, these don't work.
16, 12, that's 400. Don't-
Ron, were you able to do the math on this one?
So was it 1632 minus? We'll close that 1632 minus 1384, 248. So we're good.
Okay,
And then
good stuff.
yeah, within a few years.
And we're good with the lot size.
Yep.
But this may not be renovated at all. It's 22,000.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a lot. Or
It's a
no.
lot.
Say a 3-1.
Tricky.
Ohio. Here we go. We didn't cross the line. Got us again.
Got him.
Did you already
We gotta
know
get used to
Pillsbury?
looking at it on the left. And you know what? My camera thing is on to the left of that, so it's covered up. Let me move.
Okay, so let's look at 2022. I mean, look, this just goes to show you nobody's moving to West Virginia, but we'll just do the creative part and use what they bought it for, or maybe add 10K since the last 10 years, 2 years. What y'all think? Just so y'all can learn the creative piece.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Mm.
Because ain't no comps. So we know, I'm sorry. We know ain't nobody buying here.
Yeah.
All right. So Zestimate saying that, but I would be comfortable with saying it may be worth 154,000 now.
Okay.
Okay. Now I said, make sure you have the mortgage statement for me. She said, if seller wants 50,000 down, if I know that the property is worth 154, I'm not going to give him 50,000 down.
Right.
So let's move his personal information. But so what I'm looking for here is the original loan amount, 127,300, and the biggest, most important part is we got a 3.25 interest rate.
Sweet.
Good.
Excellent, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Principal balance, it's 118,510 left on the loan. So this is your property details you want to add, guys. We don't really care about what the original loan is. We want to know what is left and what is the interest rate currently. We also want to know what is the monthly payment and does it include the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance? This is where we see this. It does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How do we feel about that? Please make sure you write down monthly payment and you can put includes PITI. So usually, y'all, what's most important is the seller usually has arrears, meaning that they're behind on their mortgage payment. This person is proactive. They're not even behind yet, but they don't have the money for their next mortgage payment.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe they lost their job and they just like, I don't even want to have to deal with this every month if I've got to find somewhere else to work and I know I'm going to be behind. Some people are like that. They're like, look, let me see if I can sell this. They already know based on what they spent on the original loan amount, right?
Mhm.
And the property being worth now maybe 154,000. If they tried to sell it on the market, they're going to lose money. Do y'all know why they would lose money?
Because there's no buyers.
No, not
Is
that.
They
Because
don't
wouldn't they have to
have
come,
to pay for
wouldn't they have to come to the table
the
with
table
with the
with-
closing costs?
Closing
Yeah,
costs and what
'cause-
else, Miss Michelle? Because how would they get the highest amount? What would they need?
Um. mm,
What would you need to get top dollar for your property?
Totally renovated.
Would it be
It
renovated?
needs- I was gonna
That,
say,
but what
yeah.
else? So if it needs renovation, they really in the weeds. But what else would you need to get top dollar? Who sells properties for the most money?
Agents. Oh, closing costs and
Agents.
commission and all that other good
Commission.
stuff.
Yeah.
They gotta hire a realtor.
Mhm.
So that's why they wouldn't break even. They would be underwater on this if they tried to resell the property, even at, the 118 mark, because what if they don't get the 154? There's no buyers in the area and it may need some work. So this is why they're looking for a creative solution, because they know that's why they're asking for 50,000. They couldn't net that on the market.
Mm-mm.
And they may also have debt and be in a different type of bond. So they're like, I need that 50,000. My job is to figure out why they're asking me for 50,000. But what I'm going to teach you guys is where we need to be. If the property was worth 154,000, it's called the 10% rule. Okay? What's 10% of 154,000?
15.
15,400.
Okay? And when I say the 10% rule, I want to pay that including closing costs, cash to the seller. That's all in. I want 10% of what the property is worth. That's a great deal for me. So I would go back and say, look, I can give you 10,000 to walk away, even though I could give them 15. I can't tell them my max. This is negotiation, because nobody psychologically will take the first offer that you give them because they know you can give more. If you go in with the max that you can give somebody, you lost already. Never take the first offer. That's a negotiation tactic. Because if somebody takes the first offer, you're going to be like, I gave him too much. Just psychologically. So never go with your max. You could even start at 8,000. Because what if they say yes? Now you got a super great deal.
So, Jayo, can you explain the 10% rule again? So it's 10% of what the house is worth, or what the
Currently. 10% of what the house is worth currently in its current condition. Now, say
Okay.
this one needed a lot of work, which it looks pretty good on the outside. I think 154 is fair. But say it needed so much work and we still had to put 30,000 into it. That's no longer a deal for me because it's over the 10% rule, plus cash to seller, plus closing costs. Now we underwater. Now I'm owing more than what the property is worth, and I bring in a private money lender and got to pay them interest. So 10% is the sweet spot. If we're at 10% and we bring that deal to Pace and Jamil, including our wholesale fee, they're going to buy it right away. And I like to go by the rules that they have. They look for great deals, not good deals. Okay, so now that we figured out what we need to offer the seller, we need to make sure that the property can rent for more than what the monthly is. What was the monthly on this property?
777.
777.
And what else do you
Anyone?
need besides what it costs monthly for the mortgage?
Taxes.
Insurance.
Taxes, insurance included. What else do
I'm
you
sorry,
need?
included.
You need money for, is that money like money for your war chest?
Reserves, yes, ma'am. So for a property this low, I would say 150 is fair every month to add on to it. So let's add 150. What if our water heater goes out? What if the electrical box goes out? We need to be putting money to the side every month that goes towards reserves. Okay,
What made you choose 150?
because we're in low interest, so I just did
Okay,
10% of what we would offer them.
gotcha.
And honestly, I didn't even know why I did that, but that is why. So good catch. So what's that amount, you guys?
927.
Okay. And how much, and this comes a personal preference. How much do you as the investor want to take home if you take on this property? What's that number for you?
25.
How much you want?
25.
You want what? An extra additional what every month for you to say, this is a good deal, I buy it, not including your reserves, for you to put in your pocket as the investor. What's that number for you? And it can be different for everybody, guys.
I mean, I would say 500.
Me too. That's where
So
I
we're
am.
holding. We're holding.
Yeah, this is a buy and hold.
Okay.
So, and guess what? Some people will do it for $100 because they know what's going to happen next year.
Appreciation.
And you're
Appreciate
going
it.
to
Yeah.
increase the rents.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So some people be like, look, $100 more is a good deal for me. But if I'm bringing a private money lender to the table, I'm going to aim for at least $400 or $500. And if you get more than that, that is an exceptional long-term rental. Okay. So now let's go check the rental amounts. Y'all remember how to do that?
You can go to Redfin or Zillow.
Or Zillow.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. And now what do we do?
Let's see. Go to rent.
Yeah, I don't see your screen. Let's see.
You can't see mine?
Yeah, so I think we go to rent. I see it now.
Okay.
So we go to rent and then we put in the zip code.
Yeah, you can put in
Address.
the full address or the zip. It's going to change it right to the zip code. I'm sorry. Oh, it was under rent.
I thought you switched it to.
You were.
This is why I be on Zillow for rent. I like to see the closed rentals. Still not doing it. Okay, let's go to Zillow. Is Coach Berry still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
He awfully quiet.
I'm just watching and see how you're doing it because it's a little bit different from what I was telling everybody. So I want to make sure we're on the same page.
Observation mode.
Yep.
Okay, let me just do the zip code, Miss Michelle. I think that's the way to go. All right. There we go. Look at this. But we still have to remember our main properties details.
Yeah.
We got a single family. So I start filtering so that you're not looking at stuff that doesn't pertain to you. So remember what we said about bathrooms? We got 3 beds and 3 baths. How many bathrooms would I click here?
3 and 3.
Mm-mm.
2.
I think
Me
2
too.
plus.
Just in case
Oh,
it's
there
a
you
half
go.
bath.
Yep.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
So look what we seeing, y'all.
14.
What's our square footage? 1632. It's
Mhm.
smaller than ours. This one is bigger than ours and making 695.
That's not good.
This is in Ohio.
Weirton, the one up in Weirton, what was?
It's 706. So it would not work.
Mm-mm.
Look at that.
'Cause
Boom.
we need to be at 9, right?
We need to be
960.
Michelle, we need to be at
928.
900.
Yeah, we need to be at least 777 plus 150, 927.
Wow, they can't even cover the base mortgage payment. And remember what happened in 2021? Everybody was paying over asking for properties. Remember? He's underwater. He's paying more than what the property is worth.
Mm.
Hey,
So even if this was something we knowing all the details that we know, we could still market to somebody, say if they want this to hold this for tax purposes, just to,
Absolutely. And I would be honest with them, doesn't work, but guess what else they could do? Co-living,
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
rent by the room.
Mm.
So they could change the market and say, I'll give you a room for $500. Now they making the 1,500 that me and Miss
Mhm.
Michelle want to see. And they're gonna
Mhm.
get it booked because it's the cheapest room in the area.
Mhm.
But for me, I'm not gonna take on the risk of getting a property in a different state that doesn't work as a long-term rental. Because what if they ban co-living? What if I need permitting for that and that takes 6 months? Now I'm stuck
Right.
paying 777 for 6 months trying to get permitted. But for somebody else, I would put that when we go sell it, you could use this as a co-living space. And then I'm gonna see if it's by major airports, hospitals. This could be a great MTR. It's for them to do their own due diligence. You
Mhm.
just put the information in front of them. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No, this was good.
Thanks.
Do me a favor and click on that link I sent you.
Mhm. Nice. This is the property we were just looking at?
Mm-hmm.
And it's exactly spot on. Wow. Thanks, coach. So we can use this as a resource team. Y'all save this link.
What link is that? Who is
Not
it?
just,
Yeah,
but just price
you
my
already
rent,
got it,
right?
Miss Robin.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
You and
did.
Michelle got it.
Okay.
But yeah, coach, the way I just did it that long way, it's the same thing that you got. But what are we doing, y'all? We double, triple checking our work. Oh, did y'all not be able to see that? I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, we didn't see it, so I didn't know what.
So sorry, guys.
That's all right.
This is what Coach Berry did. He went on price my rental.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the exact information we just saw, minus $6.
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. But
Yep.
what are we're always going to double triple check our work as underwriters to make sure that we're giving the best information to our end buyers and investors and to our team, because we may end up keeping it. And this is saying rent's estimate 1,400 a month. We didn't see any data that supports that.
Scroll down.
It is one?
Yep.
One.
Our property.
That's
Just
your property, and to the left is the other one, and it's right. If you scroll up to the map and kind of zoom in on the map,
Huh?
it's still on the Kentucky side or whatever, the West Virginia side. There's our property, and then you have to use your.
drag it.
Yeah,
This
it's
one?
kind of hard to do it, but that's the subject property. And then if you go, yeah, that way, you see this right there.
Okay, let's check it out. So we can get 1,200.
You could, but like you said, you know, I only see that
One
one.
property.
Yeah, I only see the one.
That's
So I
their
would,
cousin.
right. So it's suspect. So, you
Let's look
know,
at it, 1031. That's great, coach. But this is why we look on multiple different things. And I'm
Yeah.
super conservative, but somebody may say, that's a good rental comp for me.
Never know. Yeah. So
Wow. And this saying rent's estimate 950.
yeah, so
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. It's sus right there. It's sus.
Well, at least that would cover that 928 we needed.
Yep.
It was right.
You can
If
make
it's right.
$25 a month.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey.
But that some people don't mind that. So this is great. Great.
Break even.
y'all.
Break even.
You got your reserves.
Yep. So
Y'all think y'all can do this with practice and repetition?
Yeah, with practice and repetition, yes.
Yes, I think so.
I
Yeah.
appreciate all of y'all. I know we tired. It's been a long day, but thank y'all for joining.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Yeah,
fun.
but that's your
Always
time.
have fun on the underwriting calls because y'all have so much fun and y'all interact. So especially Miss Michelle, this is your first one. Come
Yeah.
back.
I will.
Hey,
I
Coach
definitely-
Terry.
Yeah, I definitely will. I
You want me
enjoyed
to come back too?
Yes, you
Yep.
can come back, because with that one you found, that's a good one. Wholesale deal. We straight to dispo.
I got
We'll
you.
find
I
some
got two
time
more.
back. Okay, let's do them tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll look at them tomorrow.
Yeah, we look at them tomorrow morning. I
Yeah.
still have more work to do, so yeah.
Well,
Peace out.
ladies, y'all
This
have a
was
good evening.
good.
it. Good
Good
night.
night, everyone.
Thank y'all. Good night.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
y'all. Love
Bye.
y'all.
Love y'all too.
Love you too.